Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So let's continue where we stopped. Um, so glad you are back now. So it's nice.
Hmm.
Let me be sure that we are recording this live. Okay. So let's just continue. Not sure if it's working. Okay. So basically, based on our curriculum that we're working on, I think we have done. We are doing counting, and we have learned how to use counting. Last week, let me see what I share with you, just to remember where you stop. Do you even remember where you stop?
Me, I don't remember. It's been a while. I know we. It was. I think we were reviewing the clock, the time.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, we were reviewing the time. Yeah, you were correct. So, so now, you are. I think you are good on time now, and you know how to use them in a sentence.
hmm
Okay, great. So now, let's try to move a little bit higher on that, and let's try to do uh, food and color. We did color before too. So
yeah,
you
but
should be,
we did a few colors. We didn't finish the colors though.
we didn't finish the color.
No.
Okay. So let's just refresh on that and also push a little bit higher. Okay. So when it comes to color, colors are very simple. Um, color is not difficult. Let me share my screen. So colors, right?
hmm
In Yoruba, color means, what do you think color means?
Um.
Good start.
Color.
Aw-
Color.
Awo.
Owl. Okay.
So you're a black person, right?
Black is doo doo. Are you
Okay.
sharing screen? I don't see anything.
Oh, what I was sharing. Yeah, I'm sharing. Maybe stop. Okay. So black is
Doo doo.
dudu. Okay. White is what?
White is I know white. Poop. Poopo.
Hmm.
Poof. Foom foom. Okay. Foom foom.
Red is what?
Red is. It starts with a P. Poopa.
Pupa.
Poopa. Okay. Poopa.
And green is complicated. So from this onward, the way they do it now become descriptive.
Mhm.
You know, this is not descriptive. This is just a name that somebody gives to something, right?
Mhm.
But after this, they don't have a name anymore. So what they've been doing is they just describe it. For example, let's look at green. Green, since they don't have things for it, they just call it our. What is our?
Our is color.
Our away. Away is leaf. Away is leaf. You get it, right? So
Mhm.
our so you remember what we talked about post now, right? So this is basically saying color of leaf. You
Mhm.
get the logic?
Yeah.
So that's the way they do it. So they now do post noun and just say our away is leaf. Make sense?
Yeah.
So orange, can you guess how they would have done this one?
The color of orange. I will,
Exactly.
and then
Walking our orange. Orange in Yoruba is called also.
I will. So.
Mm-hmm. Our also. Our also. Okay. So then yellow. Uh they will say Awolo Miresuresu. That might be confusing a little bit. Let me
Yeah.
see if there's a way to make it simpler for you. Um, but that's really the way everything works. Yeah. So when there's no name for something, for example, like then they start describing it. You get the logic, right?
Mhm.
Once there's nothing for something, then they start describing. So that's the way they do. That's the way they do things. That's the way they do things. So um, I'm trying to I'm trying to help you find a better way to say it. But let's assume that you know that here. So let me take a screenshot of this. How do I used to do this? That doesn't bother me. Mhm. So you have that. So let's reset the canvas and then let's do it all over again. So still doing colors. So yellow, our so you know they can also say orange. They can also say orange like this. You might hear some people say orange this way. Okay, you say, remember before we say I was awesome.
Mhm.
Made it simple for you. But they can also describe, be more descriptive and say our omi awesome. What do you think omi means?
For me, it's water.
So the liquid from orange, the
Mm.
color of it, that's what they
Okay.
are saying. Our
Okay.
omi awesome.
Okay.
Our of orange liquid, something like that.
Okay.
Yellow is now our Olomi. Oh, sorry. O, lo, mi, resu. Ah, I don't have space. Let me just start. Let me read. Àwọ̀, o, lo, mi, re, su, re, su. Do you see that? You see, like, so when something is like, they don't know the color, right? So they just
Mm.
describe it to be when the water is like, uh, resu resu means something is not 100% clear, like it's kind of like uh, yellow. So they just
Okay.
describing it. That's what is
Okay.
the omi is liquid that look resu resu. But when you say um blue or dark blue, they will say àwọ̀ aró. What is aró? Aró is dye.
Arrow
They
is what?
used to dye.
Die. Okay.
They used to do, they know how to do dye for Kampala and all those things. At least they have that technology at that time. Okay.
Okay.
So they describe the color based on the technology of making of dyeing clothes.
Okay.
Okay. So arrow is dyeing clothes. Okay. Not dye as in somebody die.
Die. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know how you to say it in English very well, but I believe you get it. So
Mhm.
this is arrow. Okay. So whenever I say, oh, opalaro, what do you think I'm saying?
You're dying something. Dying.
Exactly. When I say opalaro, oh, that Kampala. I'm trying to change the color. Somebody want to, ẹnìkan fẹ́ bá mi pálárò. What do you think that I just said?
Say it again.
I'm trying to change the color. Ẹnìkan bá mi pálárò.
You're dying there.
Try to say it in the real sentence. What I just said.
Okay. Say it again.
Like I'm in the middle of a conversation. I'm talking to my friend. I say, you know, I've been trying to change that clothes. I give it to someone. Amba mi palaro.
They're
What do
gonna
you think
die.
what do you think I said?
They're gonna die for me.
Yeah. I've been trying to change the color and the clothes. I gave it to someone, is trying to help me, yeah, change the color to Aru, dye it, on Palaru to dye it. So you see the way Yoruba make name for things? Once they don't have a name for it, maybe they haven't seen it before, or somebody at that time has not invented the name, they just become descriptive with it. And that's the name. you know. So that's why if as you move from one city to another or move from one dialect to another, the way they call some color or some things might be different because those people are describing it based on their own experience.
Mhm.
So it become a little bit dynamic in that sense, based on where you are. Okay. So, but I'm teaching you the centralized one. It doesn't mean like somebody else will say something and then you'll be like, what do you mean?
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that it's true. You are not correct. They are not correct. Nobody is wrong. Do you get the logic? So, but you just be aware of that even though I know that blue is awaru, it doesn't mean that's the way another person would describe it. Okay? But you can also say like this, omiresu, you can say, if you say it like this, awo, yellow, yellow, people will get it. Do you get it? So in a modern urban Yoruba, if you do that, people will still understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Ọmọ àwọ̀ yellow ni bàtà mi ṣá, you know, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
So also, what other color is out there? Purple also, they don't have I mean, if you dig deeper, you will find, oh, did I say àwọ̀ yellow? Yellow, yellow. Let me take this too. If you go deeper, you will have some awkward names, which are also just descriptives. But I think you can play with this for now.
Okay.
These are major colors. Green, remember leaf. Uh, just say our leaf. Um, Orange, just remember orange. Yellow, just say yellow. You can't remember the rest. Blue, just remember dying. Kampala, just remember Kampala. And then remember the process of making Kampala. That's how you remember, okay? So now, let me look at your curriculum again. So we are good on color now, correct?
Yeah.
So can you say um, me? I think we've done this. You,
You said we.
daddy, mom, she, he, they, them. Can you do that?
Mm.
Mhm.
Me is Amy.
Good.
Uh, you. Is you O or R?
You walk,
You are. Okay. Dad is daddy or how dada. Baba.
daddy.
Baba. Mom is Iya or mommy. Mama.
You can say yeah, or you can say mama.
Mhm.
Okay?
Um,
You can say
he.
mama, or you can say yeah.
Mhm.
She.
She. I don't remember what she. That's not O or B.
Eh?
I don't know. I don't remember what she is. She and he.
Okay. So for now, I can say arábìnrin, arákùnrin, but you can use òun,
Okay.
yeah. When you're going to do her, he, yeah. But you can say arábìnrin because a girl is obìnrin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is image and this is girl and this is boy. So arábìnrin and arákùnrin, ọkùnrin,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But when
Mm-hmm.
you want to like say Mr. and Miss, you use arábìnrin, arákùnrin. So this is basically ọkùnrin and this is basically obìnrin, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Obìnrin.
But in a sentence, I don't recall seeing uh Arabic in the sentence by referring to she. Is there like another abbreviated thing,
Yeah.
or is okay? That's what I'm thinking.
Arákùnrin. So this is respect.
Okay.
Will you use Mr., Miss, or Mrs.? Yeah. When you use Mr., okay, this is àwọn.
Yeah, I know there's that one.
So ọkùnrin, obìnrin, Miss Kẹ́mi, arábìnrin Kẹ́mi. You understand? You won't say obìnrin Kẹ́mi.
Okay. Okay. Sobering, Abarin is the same thing, but Arabirin is when you're using respect.
When you're doing Miss, Mr.
Okay. Okay.
You get it right?
Yeah.
So this is the noun. Ọkùnrin is the noun. I can't just want to describe you now and just say, I can say, obìnrin ni ọmọ yẹn ṣá. I'm trying to describe what that ọmọ is, what that child is. That child is a girl. But if I want to call the child, I cannot say, obìnrin, one B, girl, come here. It makes no sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I say, arábìnrin, come here. Hey, miss, can you come here?
Okay. Okay. So it's not like I was thinking it was the miss, like the woman misses,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
the
like
same thing. You use
okay.
it in those contexts. I'm just saying that it will not make sense for you to just use obìnrin
Yeah.
on its own without a proper context.
Okay.
Yeah. If you say obìnrin, yeah. So you need to start using those things in your sentences.
Okay.
Okay. So where is I have for you again? Just give me a second. Let's now refresh. So that is something that is in your curriculum that we didn't talk about before when we were talking about family members. So basically, that was just about family members. Okay. We
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about my sister. It's different from my brother. So we jump that thing. I don't know why I jump it. Maybe because I wanted you to get something. Family members. We've talked about your baba, yeah, brother, auntie, eh, obìnrin, no, sorry, ọkùnrin, obìnrin, àwọn, wọ́n ti dé, àwọn, and wọ́n ti dé. You know, like, do you get what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of doing arákùnrin to get respect, you can say bọ̀dá. And so basically, you want to call me, right? You say Wale, you want to give me respect. If you don't want to give me respect, you just go straight to Wale, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to give me respect, say Brother Wale, which is basically saying Brother Wale.
Mm-hmm.
But they just call it the same way with the yellow. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a name for it. They just say Brother Wale, Auntie, Aunt. So they call it Auntie is respect. It's for a woman. Auntie Kemi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mama, yeah. Baba, Baami. So you will hear different kind of things. They should abbreviate Baba to Ba in some places. Okay, I do it too. Mommy, is it mommy, mamami? People really don't say mamami that much. People just
Mm-hmm.
say mommy, mommy, mommy. Some people do mommy. I do mommy. I do mommy. Mommy, báwo lè ṣe wá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Mommy, gbọ́n kan tẹ́ sọ. Bàámi. So I do this a lot. I don't do Baba Ami, but this is textbook Yoruba. this one year. Okay.
Okay.
In a real conversation, depending on which dialect you are using, I'm talking of um Igbominà dialect now, or Osun dialect most likely, or your dialect. You can do Bahami. Bahami. It's the same thing. Mahami. It's the same thing as Mamami. So they shorten Babami to Bahami. My dad, my mom. So it's not a conversation. Okay.
Okay.
So this is this is Baba me. But they shorten it. And this is Mama me. They shorten it. Okay. So
Okay.
auntie me, Boda me. What do you think Boda me means?
My brother,
Exactly. Auntie me.
my auntie,
Good. Auntie Bumi, what does that mean?
Auntie Bumi, my Auntie Bumi.
Okay. Is the person your auntie? Sorry.
Not necessarily.
No, exactly. It's just a respect. That's how I call my elder sisters because my dad introduced that respect when we were young. So my kids, younger siblings, they don't call me just Wale. They say Boda Wale. Me
Yes.
too. I call all my elder siblings Auntie Kem, Auntie Funke, Auntie Mumi. When I see my cousins that are older than me, I
Mm-hmm.
don't just call them their name. I say, Brother Ju, Brother, Brother Gani, Brother, like that, like that. You get the logic?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this is how you handle family members. So do you have any question on this family member matter?
No, no, no. Okay.
Okay. So I believe we have done. So let me do something quickly, just to know where you are. I think we started like how many minutes late?
I think we started like 8:16 or something like that.
15 minutes late. Okay. Okay. So now let's reset the canvas and do it again. So day of the week. So time, time now. You know,
Mhm.
family member at least. You know how to make simple sentences. You know the basics. You know the alphabet. You know all the alphabet now, right?
I know the alphabet, yeah.
Yeah. And you know how to, do you know how to greet people?
To greet people,
Mm-hmm.
like a car or a cabo, a calling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, talking. Ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káàárọ̀, báwo ni? Ṣé ẹ wà
Mm-hmm.
dáadáa? Àwọn ọmọ ń
Mm-hmm.
kọ́?
Mm-hmm.
When I
Ṣé
say
o
àwọn
sùn?
ọmọ, go ahead.
Yeah, ṣé o sùn dáadáa?
Ṣé
Ṣé
sùn
àlàáfíà?
dáadáa? Ṣé àlàáfíà ni? Àwọn ọmọ ń kọ́?
Say that
You
one. You
see,
said I won't.
àwọn ọmọ ń kọ́? Àwọn
Is that your
ọmọ,
family? How's your family? How's every
ọmọ ń kọ́? Ah, the kids.
other kids? Okay.
Ọmọ, kids. Àwọn ọmọ ń kọ́? Àwọn ẹbí ń kọ́? If I do, àwọn ẹbí ń kọ́? How is your family? Right?
Okay.
Àwọn àbúrò ńkọ́?
How's your brother? Your siblings?
Àbúrò ńkọ́? Yeah, how is your siblings? Eh, báwo báwo ni báwo ni àǹtí ẹ?
How's your auntie?
Yeah, that's it. So you can make up any greeting, just combine àwọn báwo, like that, like that, like that. Yeah.
Mm.
So, but if you want us to revisit it, we can. Um, so you already learned simple sentences with money, mo, ó jẹ, àwọn, wá, things like that. We've done those things, right? And you are good on those, right? Correct?
On say that one. Which one again? What's that one?
Just give me a second. So simple sentences like uh, mo fẹ́,
I want.
uh, ó jẹ.
Which is food.
Yeah, but who is, yeah, is okay. Mo is I. O is he or she. Okay, if I'm trying to tell you now, I traveled. Mo travel.
Hmm.
If I want to tell my wife that Kemi travel, ah, ó travel. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
You get it, right? Mo travel. Yeah. Ó travel. Ó jẹun. Ó sùn. Ó ti wẹ̀. Ah, báwo lọmú ẹ? Ó ti sùn.
So the O is oh, the O is what again?
Ó is third
Is
person.
okay. Is you okay? That's not that. Okay.
He, she.
Okay.
So if this day, then you say àwọn, wọ́n ti
Oh,
sùn. Wọ́n ti sùn. Báwo ni
mm.
àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ? Ah, wọ́n ti sùn.
How's your friend? She's sleep. Okay.
How are your friends? Because àwọn is plural.
Is they okay? Yeah. Okay.
So them, they have slept. Wọ́n ti sùn. Okay? So I
Hmm.
think we have done that. So I think you are good on that. Can we say that? Yes? No?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now um let's do different meals in Nigeria, don't you?
Different news
Different meals.
meals
Mm-hmm.
like what? Like breakfast. What do you mean by different meals?
Tell me different food you know in Nigeria in Yoruba language.
You talking about like when you say food? You talking about like food, eba, egusi, and all
Yes.
that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep going.
Ah,
Let's
eba.
let's let's revisit that. Let's go quickly.
Okay. I
This
don't
is
think we
me
done.
trying to.
We haven't done food before.
So do you want to do it? That's why I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out where you are and what you need. See, this is like this class is upgrading you. Okay, that's the
Hmm.
purpose of this. Okay, so what are the food? Let's start small. Mm. Let's start with the starch.
Okay.
They don't have anything called starch in Nigeria. I mean Yoruba, because they don't
Mm-hmm.
even know that what they are eating is called starch because they don't have that science.
Hmm.
So, well, I'm just doing that for your own consumption. So let's start with amala. Amala is made from what?
It's from seed. Amala from seed.
Hmm? From what?
Amala
And what's
seed.
made? Seed?
Hmm.
Very good. It's good now. I'm going to upgrade your knowledge. So amala is made from elubo, which is a powder. Let me try and try to help you make it a little bit better and simpler. So let's have food name. No, not food name. Uh, raw, refined, and then the food itself. Okay. So amala is made. So let's say amala, right? At least you know amala.
Hmm.
Amala is actually made from the powder called elubo. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And elubo is made from yam. Do you see the flow now? So yam is turned to powder, and then powder with hot water becomes black amala or
Did you
white.
not sharing your screen, Wally?
Oh, I'm staring at my screen. My screen is still shared. Let me stop my sharing. Is my laptop tired or something? Can you see it now?
It started. Yeah. Okay. I see it now.
So, like I told you, we have from the raw to refined to the food itself. So you know amala, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amala is the food. It's black, black solid. Two, brown powder. Two, raw yam. So that's the flow. So if you hear somebody say elubo, you should know what elubo is.
Okay.
So now I can also have, so this is amala dudu. You know why they call it amala dudu?
Because it's black.
Exactly. Sometimes instead of calling it amala dudu, they say amala ashu. What is issue? Yam. Yam is issue. So
Issue.
instead of saying amala dudu, I can say amala ashu.
Okay.
I'm just describing it with its sauce. Then we can also say elubo issue. You get it? Elubo issue.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Amala issue.
You said Isu is what again?
Yam now.
Is okay. Okay.
Yam. Yam
Okay.
is issue. So you can describe and say elubo issue, amala issue. Whenever you hear a lot of, some people don't actually call, some Tale don't call amala, amala. They say elubo. So in
Elubo.
some places that are not Yoruba, but that their language have originated or mixed with Yoruba over the years, instead of saying elubo, they say alubo. You get it now. So instead of saying amala, like if you go to Republic of Benin and you see Yoruba that are there, they
Mhm.
might say alubo. Oh, over alubo also. If you hear them speaking something, they themselves are also speaking Yoruba, but in a different way because they've been mixed with different cultures over the years. Before the British break everybody, they were the same nation together. Okay? So you
Okay.
might hear people from Benin or Ghana who are Yoruba part of Ghana saying Ashu or Alubo, or they don't say Amala at all. They just say Alubo, Mveja Alubo. And then when you hear that, you'll be like, what are they saying? They're also saying the same thing. But because of colonialism that break everybody apart, we were all the same family. So I don't know if you know the history of Yoruba a little bit. So
Um.
Alaafin of Oyo, you know Alaafin of Oyo, right?
No. What's that?
How come you didn't know all of these stories? You need to know a little bit about who you are. Though. Although
Okay.
there are several stories that the Europeans try to construct, which are not correct. But those are the most popular in the book. If you go Google now, you will find some ridiculous stories in there that makes no sense. Because
Oh yeah.
we were in existence before they were, scientifically speaking. But they try to, you see, like they constructed a story to say that Yoruba people came from Mecca. Is that possible?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that Oduduwa came from Mecca. I mean, you
I'm
can deconstruct that to say that a Yoruba person was taking a slave by the jihadists who took the person to Mecca. And then the person is now shouting Allahu Akbar. And then the British who traveled down there before they came to Africa saw that black person first. And then when they go to Africa and they see so many black people, they say, "Oh, he came from there." Do you see how stupid that construction is? But there's a lot of theories around that, which they have
Oh,
constructed over the years. It makes no sense.
wow.
Egypt is the first center of colonization, civilization. Not really. It was just one of the civilizations. There have been civilization in the black world before you even get to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they construct whatever narrative works for them. So, but you know more about where you come from, what the wrong narrative is, and what the right narrative is. It doesn't make sense for anybody to say that a Yoruba person came from Mecca. But there's a book, there are stories they're teaching kids in school about that.
Are you serious?
That's
They're
how,
teaching that.
yeah, they're teaching it at school. Who is funding your school? Who designed the curriculum? Is it not the same Europeans?
It's
So
true.
we need decolonization and deconstruction of the system. But I think Nigerian is gradually doing it. Especially now that with all these US tariffs and everything that is making everybody wake up like, hey, we need to look inward. So now
Mm-hmm.
people are beginning to deconstruct. Ethiopians have done a very good job. They didn't allow the colonialists. They were not really colonized, um, but they kind of maintained their culture, their language. They even have Ethiopian Bible. You know, uh, they got to Israel. They were the first Africans to be exposed to Christianity, even before Europeans get to know Christianity. But then by the time the European would twist the story, they say they are, from some churches said the white people are angels that fall from heaven, that they are unique, and the black people are those angels that follow devil and they were cast down to the earth. So you get all those kind of stories, right? But the point
Wow.
is not to digress. The point is you should know the right story. So let me give you a little more. So Yoruba, let me finish this, and then we'll go to story later. Let me finish this part, and then we can talk more story as the way to close, and then maybe you become more interested in Yoruba now. So so now, if we are getting the cassava from, so we can also make lubo from cassava.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so this is also a lubo, but cassava in Yoruba is called ege.
Okay.
Okay, again. So elubo. So in this case, the elubo that is made from cassava, they have a name for that. Okay. So they call it, instead of calling it elubo, they can call it lafun. Okay. Fun, you can guess how they come up with the name because this is white. Why this is brown? So this is white powder. Okay. You know,
White powder.
you say what?
Which you said the elubo is white powder?
Yeah, yeah. The welubo that is made from cassava is white powder. Cassava is used to make starch because cassava is very rich in starch,
Okay.
white starch. So then when they make the powder from cassava, it becomes a white powder. So now they wanted to describe the white powder and they call it la fun, something white.
Okay.
Okay. So that's
Okay.
why it's a elubo shoe. So that one is just describing it with yam. But in this case, they actually have a name for it, which is they describing the powder. They say la fun is fun, right? So fun is white, correct? Fun fun. So they just
Mm-hmm.
add that to become la fun. So here they will now say amala fun fun, or they say amala la fun. Either you describe it with color and say amala fun fun, amala la fun, amala ige, amala. So, but this is the most popular one. Okay. So this is white solid. It making sense? This is, are you there? White
Yeah.
solid. whereas that
The
is black solid. So that is the
the
difference between. Hello,
lafun
can you
is the
hear me?
yeah. Can you not hear me?
Seem to be breaking, but
Well,
now you
you
go.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
mm,
I was saying something. So the lafun, that's the white solid, right?
yeah,
And then the elubo is white powder.
exactly. White powder, white solid. So they can say elubo lafun, elubo. You get it now, because instead of just say elubo funfun, they just call it lafun. They just have an adjective for fun. You get it right.
Yeah.
So, so that's the structure. So when you're trying to understand it, when you say somebody saying, so whenever I say somebody say, "Oh, I'm going to Nigeria, I will help you get a lubo," you need to ask them which one.
Okay.
Is it a lubo shoe or a lubo funfun or a lubo lafun?
Okay.
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 If somebody say, amala la ń jẹ ń bí o, we are eating amala, you need to ask them. I say amala shoe lẹ́ ń jẹ ni, bàmàlà funfun. Okay. Those are the two way of looking at that. So
Okay.
let me tell someone that I'm supposed to meet. Um, Give me 5 minutes. So let's stop in 5 minutes.
Mhm.
So this is it, right? So you have any question on this one on is clear?
No, it's clear.
Okay. So now I think I've sent you that now. So let's now give you a little bit of history. And then next week we should try to work on how to order food from restaurants.
Okay.
So in case I forget, please remind me.
Okay.
And then the other week, we're going to go back to verbs, daily life, and cultural concept. Uh, so I think you already know some of these things. It's just for you now to constructing the sentence. For example, if I say that ọmọ mi ń lọ léèwé, what do you think I'm saying?
My child, what? Say it again.
Ọmọ mi ń lọ léèwé.
My child is going Ilewe. Ilewe, is that house?
Ilé,
My Ilewe, is that school?
yeah, that's cool. And my child is going to school.
Yeah.
So you kind of have an idea, but we need to just do it a little more so that you can now become more confident in speaking and engaging with people.
Mm-hmm.
So in Yoruba history, there are two centers to that history. Okay. So there is a constructionism that believes that Yoruba originated from a place called Ife.
Okay.
Okay. There are people that believes that. So it be Ife as the center. And the person that first of all settled in Ife is the person they call Oduduwa. Oduduwa. That's the name of the first Yoruba person that settled in Ife. So now, because the British do not know where the person comes from, they met that narrative from Yoruba people. They just say, okay, we saw somebody who was saying Allahu Akbar in mosque in Mecca. So maybe it's the person that came down. He's a knowledgeable person. He's a very smart person. So definitely he has to have come from outside because these people are not that smart. Okay. I'm just theorizing now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that why would somebody say a black person came from Mecca? Makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So definitely there must be jihads who came down there and took black people as slaves and take them down there, right? So slavery was something that was in every culture. It wasn't just European. European just commercialize it and they scale it. And then they were so callous about it. So that's when it became something so bad. So so from here, this guy had, I think, 7 children. Okay.
Okay.
Nobody talks about his wife. We don't know how many wives he has. We don't know where those wives came from. Okay. So
Okay.
one of the children is um Orogun of Fila. We have Orogun. We have um I'm trying to remember. Olowu. We have several ones like that. So I can't remember all of them very well anymore. But there are 7 of them. But there is one that is called Alaafin. That's not exactly his name, but these are their titles.
Okay.
Okay. So this Alaafin was the youngest. Okay. He was the
Mm-hmm.
youngest. He was wild. He was ambitious. He was he was he was like you. He liked to explore. So likes to explore a lot. He's an explorer
Okay.
and also a warrior. So I guess he become a warrior because he likes to explore, travels a lot. So I'm sure he has encountered lion, has encountered elephant, and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he traveled in his explorations. So by the time he's going to come back home, his dad has died.
Okay.
Okay. So when he was away, all the senior siblings, they have taken all the properties, gold, things like that. So when he came, and because he's a warrior and he doesn't take no for an answer, so they tricked him and say, you know what? You own all the land. So they think they were tricking him. You know, at that time, land means nothing to them. There was land everywhere. So they were not thinking deep. They just say, oh, you own all the land. You own all the land. They thought they were just saying any nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy took it seriously. When he came back, he now settled in Oyo town. And because he has traveled so much, he came with several slaves from different parts of the Western Africa. Okay. And then they
Okay.
came with different technology and different ideas. So the center of civilization for Yoruba then became Oyo town. So now, since they told him that he is the owner of the land, then he now created different army. He now started sending his army to all of them. Give me tax. Give me tax. So he becomes serious. So he's now collecting tax from all his siblings for using his land. They were dumb, right? He was smart. So he is the one. You will see that there's Yoruba in Ghana. There is Yoruba in Benin. There is
Mm-hmm.
Yoruba in so many other places. So he is the one by traveling and fighting and institutionalizing his kingdom and collecting tax from all of those places. That's how he spread Yoruba language everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you will see that people from Benin in Nigeria, Benin,
Mm-hmm.
that some of them are Yoruba. In fact, the king of Benin is a Yoruba person. So what
Okay.
happened is that Alaafin is the owner of Oyo, right? You will see the fight over Alaafin and Oni. So the king of Ife is called Oni. So the king of Ife is claiming that he is the head of Yoruba, but Alaafin is saying, no, you are not. I am the head. But technically speaking, Alaafin is. To get the logic, he owned all the land. He's the one that used to fight all the war, defend the whole kingdom. He's like the center of the civilization for Yoruba people. So when the British came, he was the last person to capture. So Yoruba kingdom fell when they captured him because he was the fierce warrior. He was the one that fight all the jihadis, fight all of those people. You get. So
Okay.
you will see that in the Benin, there used to be some Yoruba people. In fact, the Benin kingdom is still from Yoruba origin. So one of his sons in his own exploration also traveled here and then colonized that place and then became a king there.
Mm.
And that's how been. So when the British came, before they destroyed Benin Kingdom, Benin Kingdom was like, you know, the way China wall, they have a wall in China all over, right? They call
Mhm.
it the Great Wall of Berlin. I mean, there's a wall in Berlin, right? As well.
Mhm.
There's a
Mhm.
wall in China. There was a wall like that, very big one in Benin before they broke it down. So
Mm.
that guy is the one that did that. So he also upgrade is that effort to the next level. So build wall all around his kingdom. So the best artifact when it comes to that they stole from Africa comes from that kingdom.
Oh
You
wow.
see that you will see that there was an agreement that they signed between Europe, between Nigeria and the British, where the British have been asked to return some of the stolen artifacts from Benin Kingdom. So they returned some of it. So some of the technology that they are seeing today, that they have taken to the next level, like you will see watches that were made in several, in even before the Europeans could know what is technology. So when they come up with the narrative to say that black people are dumb, it is not true. But black people were disrupted. But black people were the first to come up with technology. So some of the technology to measure temperature, to measure sun, so they got the idea, some of the idea from China, from India, from Africa, and then they put it together, take it to the next level. And then they look down on us because we started the rudimentary idea. Okay. So I think this is enough for today. At least you know a little bit more about where you come from.
Mhm.
So you have any question for me today?
No, I think that's it. I'm good.
Yeah, of course, when you look other way, you will see some other narrative that prove mine wrong. But I believe in mine because I don't believe in the one that was written by Europeans.
Right.
Yeah. So let's stop here. Hopefully next week your tutor can take over.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Time are we doing next week? Because next week I have a program. Let me find out what time the program is. Maybe we do 8 again?
um yeah, you have to. We have to stay consistent though, because once I put you to your tutor,
Yeah, I
that
know.
you have to tell us what is
Yeah, let's
uh what
if we can
works.
do, because it won't mess with any program that I have. So if we can
I
consistently
may
do
not be
8
able to. I may not be able to do it depending on Timmy's game.
game.
Um,
Okay.
but once I hand you over to your tutor, then the thing is that you have to find a convenient time
Mm-hmm.
and stick to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then don't forget, once your tutoring starts, you're going to start paying though.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to pay the person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So no problem. I think we are good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
I
All
hope
right.
it's adding value. I hope you're getting it.
Definitely, definitely.
Because I don't like teaching people and not really
No,
making sense.
mm, it's definitely work. It's definitely adding value. Absolutely.
But I need you to start doing it. Don't just speak English all the time. When you see Yoruba people,
Mm-hmm.
chat speaking as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
All
then
right.
another thing you can do. Do something so crazy. One of these days you want to watch movie. Try to
Mm-hmm.
watch a Yoruba movie on YouTube.
Okay.
And also maybe next weekend, let's watch a Yoruba movie together.
Okay.
And then let's be kind of like enjoy. I will look for the one that is not subtitled and
Okay.
that's more. And then we can begin to like understand it together.
Okay. That's fine.
That's a very good way for you to start actually doing it. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll see you
All right.
soon. Yeah,
All
bye
right.
bye.
Thank you. All right. Bye.